We begin this morning with new details on the immigration controversy and confusion at the border.
A senior administration official tells CBS News that as of last night, about 500 children in custody of Customs and Border Protection were reunited with their parents. That leaves hundreds more who are still being held in facilities managed by the Department of Health and Human Services. That agency has formed a task force aimed at reuniting those children with their parents.
At the White House yesterday, the president hosted parents of Americans killed by those here illegally, repeatedly pointing out that they are people who've been, quote, permanently separated from their loved ones. Weijia Jiang is at the White House. Weijia, good morning.
Good morning to all of you. There certainly are signs of progress, but for all those children who remain separated from their families, there is not a clear timeline for a reunion. And you're right. President Trump is now trying to shift the focus to American families who are impacted by the immigration story.
This is what I have left, his ashes.
Sabina Durden spoke about her son Dominic, who was murdered by an undocumented immigrant in 2012. She was among a dozen families invited to the White House Friday, bringing attention to what the president calls the other side of the immigration debate.
These are the American citizens permanently separated from their loved ones because they were killed by criminal illegal aliens.
The emotional event capped off a week of controversy and confusion, resulting in the administration's zero-tolerance policy. More than 2,300 children were separated from their families trying to cross the southern border illegally. On the House floor, California Congressman Ted Lieu played audio of children crying for nearly 4 minutes, leading to a tense exchange with the presiding officer at the time, Representative Karen Handel of Georgia.
The gentleman will suspend.
Why are we hiding it from American people?
The gentleman will suspend.
Earlier on Twitter, the president had accused Democrats of telling their phony stories of sadness and grief, hoping it will help them in the elections.
You're going to have a lot of happy people.
Even after signing an executive order this week to stop the separation of families. But he may have killed the chances of passing a House compromise bill set for a vote next week, tweeting Republicans should stop wasting their time on immigration until after we elect more senators and congressmen, women, in November.
Game over. It takes the wind out of the sails in what might have been a fairly productive week.
If Congress does not change the law, the president's executive order only allows the families to be held together for 20 days. The Justice Department has asked a federal judge for an exception to the rule, but if that is not granted, the administration may have to start separating families again. Dana?
Weijia Jiang at the White House. Thank you.